when you're at home, especially, you get a little extra energy from the crowd, of course, and that was really nice to have. But when you get started well offensively, it kind of just it gives you just an injection. You can't put too much pressure on your D if you're not putting the ball in the basket. I mean, I think I said it yesterday. I don't know who I was talking to. At the end of the offensive possession, you want to put the ball in the basket. At the end of the defensive possessions, you want to end it with the rebound. Like, those are the two goals at the end of both of those possessions. And, getting off to a good offensive start just makes it a lot easier.
Say, Andrew Rohde tonight had the 16 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, no turnovers. What are you seeing with him ball handling wise? I think in the last 6 games it's 35 assists, only 7 turnovers. What are you seeing from Rohde in that area?
Well, as a group, as a team, it's something that we've addressed from the start of the season. It's one area that we're definitely pleased as a staff, is that we are doing a much better job of taking care of the basketball. Not only Rohde, but as a team we are. Andrew's obviously the tip of the sword there because he handles the ball so much for us. Between him and Day-Day, they have to do, kind of carry that weight the most. And really proud of his attention to that. It's something that we've sat down, that we talked about, we discussed, and it's something that he's trying to emphasize, and be really kind of has intentions to be really good with the ball, and, to have this kind of stat line today, kind of, it's a reward for the hard work that he's putting in practice.
Mac missed 10 of his last 11 threes coming in here. What did you see from him the last couple of days? Did anyone pull him aside in practice to give him a talk?
No. I mean, Imac has missed shots, but he's taken really good shots. Again, I kind of call them Imac shots. Like, when he's coming off his pin down or his feet are set and he's shooting it, the only thing that we encourage him to do is not to pass those up. Actually, I tell him, I don't care how many you've missed. If you're open, Mac, shoot the ball. And I think that kind of dialogue and that kind of confidence from your coaches maybe helps you just not think about it too much, because we need Imac to shoot the ball, and we need him to make shots in order for us to have a chance.
Obviously kind of a wild sequence there with Donald Hand getting ejected and then Elijah just 30 seconds later. Just kind of what explanation did you get, and what did you make of that 30 seconds?
I think I saw the hand. I think it was like an elbow to the face. So I saw that one from a distance. I did not see Elijah's. I'm going to assume that because they ejected one player, even if the other one was close, they were going to, kind of make the same call, which I respect. If it was, I haven't seen it, but if it's the right call, I think all coaches just want things to be called the same way, both sides. And if Elijah did something that required that level of a foul, then then that's what we'll watch and what we'll see.
Losing streak takes a toll on everyone in the program. As a coach, what's it mean to walk into a locker room and see the guys happy after a game instead of disappointed or frustrated?
Absolutely. I mean, winning is hard. Anybody who takes winning for granted has never either wore a uniform or has been on the sideline or has not been a part of a team. Winning is hard. Everybody wants to win. So it's nice, to kind of get off that slide and, hopefully start a streak. Every streak starts with one, and, we're here, and now we prepare for the next one, and hopefully we'll get 2, and then, maybe we'll attack that. But it's good for the guys. They deserve, to have a little more success. The SMU game still sits with us, a little bit, because we had that one, and, but now we're back at home and got some energy from our students, which is awesome. And, really happy for the guys that they got a victory under their belt today.
Coach, it seems like another game where the opponents got a really big interior presence. In this case, Chad Benning led his team in both minutes and points. In previous games, it might have been Reno, Igitoglu, or even Danger against Memphis. How, with your 3 bigs, do you sort of game plan around that much interior presence and that many points in the paint they're capable of generating?
Yeah, our interior presence is not mature and old. All the guys that you've named are either 5th year or 4-year guys, grad transfers that are 22, 23, years old, going up against a Kofi who's 18. And, so that's a level of experience there. So I do think that we make it hard for them, but good players are going to score. Our task is just to make it as hard as we can, and in the process, allow our guys to mature, and hopefully that'll just make them improve individually, as the season moves forward.
Did you feel like Blake stacked another solid game? I think this would be 3 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
for him.
I do. I think that Blake, Jacob, and Elijah today really kind of had a presence. If I just look at their rebounds, Elijah had 6, and he, only played 19 minutes. Jacob had 6, and Blake had 6. So, that's what we want from those guys collectively. The task is for them to have over 20 rebounds every single game. Then Anthony had 4, so that right there puts us at 22. So I'm definitely pleased with their effort on the glass, and we out rebounded and we took care of the ball, and we didn't give up many points in transition, and then we only held them to 4 points in the paint in the second half. So definitely pleased with that effort.
You talked about putting emphasis on Mac to keep shooting the ball. You guys hit 9 threes in the first half. It seemed like Eshawn and Andrew were doing that as well. Has that been a point of emphasis for the shooters as a whole to take those open shots?
Yes, absolutely. Those guys' role on the team is to take and make open room and rhythm shots. And whenever there's one available, we want them to take them. Our big guys are in charge of making sure that they get open. And, Anthony in particular, along with Elijah and Jacob and Blake, have done a really good job of making sure that our shooters are open for shots.
Christian Bliss was wearing a boot on his left foot today. Has his status changed at all? Do you have any update there?
No, my focus today was on Boston College. He worked out yesterday. Said he felt a little sore. Kind of just letting him and our training staff and physical development staff kind of handle that. Right now, my focus is literally on the guys that are on the floor and playing right now.
Yeah, to follow up on Rhodey and the assist-to-turnover stuff, Reese Beekman the last few years was always really good at any assist-to-turnover stat. Is there something about the way you guys teach the point guard position that allows for that, or is it natural maturity? Is any reason behind that?
I think it's a combination of both. I think your players will do what you teach and you emphasize every day. And one thing that we emphasize and really work on is taking care of the basketball every single day. It's part of our practice. It's a major point of emphasis. For us, it's the first step in eliminating losing. So for Andrew to mature this way, as he's journeyed through it, is a sign of his work. But he's capable. He can do it. We emphasize it, and he values it. And I think that's how he wants to play. So I think when you got the combination of those two things, they kind of work well together. Okay. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Coach Grant.